everyone! So today I'm going to be filming my first makeup tutorial. So I haven't really done any tutorials on my blog or on my channel, and I thought it would be a really fun way to show you all some of my favorite makeup techniques, colors, products, and basically what my average everyday makeup routine looks like. So today we're going to be going with a more natural, airy, summery palette that focuses on gold and corals and a reddish orange lipstick. And so what you see right now is actually what I'm going to be showing you all today. So I'm super excited about it. I've been wearing this so much this summer because I love the colors of it, and it's very, very vintage, so it makes me happy. So let's get started. Alright, so my first makeup tutorial. So basically, depending on the season, I do different things, different colors, use different types of products, but this routine that I'm showing you today is basically kind of been my summer go-to. So the first thing I do is I start off with a primer, and I love Rimmel London's primers, and the one I'm using right now is actually Fix and Perfect. So I first start by putting that on my face. And I kind of like to let it sit for like at least a minute so that it kind of dries a little bit before I put foundation on. And so then the next foundation I do is my base foundation, and it's a liquid foundation, and it's CoverGirl, and it's True Blend, and it's the lightest color they have, and it's I1. So I started using this at the beginning of the summer, and I absolutely love it because it's the perfect thickness. It's not too much, it's not too thin, and the color actually fits my skin tone perfectly, which I've had a really hard time finding good colors that fit my skin tone. So I put about 2 squirts on my fingers, and then I kind of dab that on my cheeks, my forehead, and my nose, and my chin, and it's kind of all over the place at first. It is a little weird. And then I take my Blendy sponge, which I absolutely love. These things are life changers, honestly. And I just kind of blend it. So this is just like my base of everything. I put this on and everything else goes on top of that. So after my base foundation is when I go in with a highlighter or a concealer. So the concealer that I use is CoverGirl. It's the very lightest one. I think it's Fair. So I just put this on any areas that I kind of want to cover up that day. If I'm having a breakout or just little trouble areas, so I put little dots on those areas. Honestly, this summer I've tried not to use this that much and just gone very light on my foundation and base makeup routine, just because with the heat it practically comes off by the end of the day anyways. So if I try to like layer all this stuff, it just never stays really well. Then I use the small end of the Blendy sponge. I'm just gonna blend that in all those areas. So cover all of that up. Okay. So after all of that, the base foundations, then I go in with my powder foundation, and I use the Clinique powder. It's the 08 Transparency Neutral. I really like this powder. The color fits well with my skin. It's not too heavy, and it lasts me forever. So usually I only have to buy like 2 of those per year, which is nice because they're kind of pricey, not too bad. Then I just kind of like blend this over my whole face. I try not to pull it across my face too much. I try to just pat more, because sometimes if you pull it, it doesn't get in every single area, and then it kind of lifts the foundation that was on underneath your makeup. So dabbing it everywhere in all these little areas. Some days I use more of this, some days I use less. It kind of just depends on how my skin's doing that day, what the weather's like, where I'm going. If I'm going to like a wedding or a big event, I'm probably going to take a little bit more effort in covering everything on my face. But I've found that the less I put on my face, it actually just makes my skin feel so much better because it's not so suffocating. And I like the look of it a lot better too. Okay, so after I put on my powder foundation, then I go and do my eyes. And so I like to use the same primer I use for my face on my eyelids just because it helps that eyeshadow stay in place, which is so helpful and so nice, especially when you use super cheap eyeshadow. It tends to crease. And so using this primer really helps. You can get specific eyeshadow primer, but honestly, if you have like a makeup foundation primer, it does the exact same thing. So it's not really worth it to spend the extra money. So I kind of just dab that on there. That's on now. Okay, and then I go to do my eyelids. And today I am going to do a gold lid. I've really been into this whole like natural, light, very airy and like peachy tones. So with that, I tend to do a gold eye and then a peachy blush. And then I usually just throw on either like a really light pink lipstick or a peachy lipstick because it matches the color palette a lot better. But I am kind of obsessed with gold eyeshadow. I just like it a lot and it looks really nice and pretty. So then I go and just dab that on my lid in all the little areas. And then I just kind of bring it up with the leftovers on the brush. And then sometimes with this, I'll take like a tan sparkle and put it over the top part. So I have just like an old sampler of a Clinique or Estee Lauder eyeshadow. And it's this little fan, so I'm just going to put that at the top so I have a little bit more color. And it kind of helps blend it so you just don't have gold all the way. And then I'm actually going to do a white eyeshadow as a highlighter right under my brows and at the top of my eyelids. But I usually wait to do the white until after I have done my eyebrows. So now we go on to eyebrows, which can either be super quick and easy some days or be way harder. So it just kind of depends on if I mess up and have to go over something, or some days I tend to put too much on my eyebrows and then those are the days it takes forever. So I just have one of these brushes. I just kind of brush them out a little bit. And then I use my tool. So I just recently got the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon. I think it's in light brown or blonde brown, and I really like it because first of all, you don't have to have a pencil sharpener. It just twists up and it's super nice. And I really like it, and then it comes with this nice little brush on the end. So it's not as much of a hassle to have to sharpen it every day. So then I take this and I just kind of lightly go along the bottom to outline it. And then I start going up a little bit, very gently. I found that some days if I push too hard, I'm going to end up with super dark brows and then I look ridiculous. So I try to just do it very gently all the way across, and I take it at the end and come down, and yeah. Almost done with this one. So I kind of am going to leave this right now and head on to my other brow. I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to blend this all out so it doesn't look like I just completely drew on my face. So then we go to the other brow and do this. So I take the end of this, and this really helps because it like picks up some of the really heavy stuff, and I just blend out that front part so it looks way more natural, and I brush it across and then down a little bit. Make it on the other side. Sometimes if one side is a little too like squared right there, I just go in with the end of my dabby thing and dab it out and blend it a little bit more. So much better. And then I just take the end of this brush again and kind of brush over it once more time, just to kind of blend it out and take away the excess, and go down the sides. And that is it with my brows. That's probably the quickest my brows have ever taken, and they actually look good, which is awesome. Okay, so after I've done my brows, this is then where I go in with that white eyeshadow. I really love using white eyeshadow at the top of my lids just to kind of finish blending on my eyeshadow, and also sometimes highlight my brows. So it does kind of accentuate your brows a little bit more, but I think it really also brightens your eyes. So this is Maybelline again, and it's just a simple white eyeshadow. It's kind of has a sparkle to it. So I get a little bit of white on the end of this eyeshadow applicator, and I just go right underneath those brows. My eyeshadow brush, because it probably still has some of the eyeshadow left on it, and then I just blend that again so that there's no division. It's all blended together very nicely. Because my eyeshadow tends to get under my eyes, I'm just gonna wipe under my eyes and the side to make sure it's all gone. Okay. Now I'm going to do my blush. So like I said, I've kind of been really into this whole gold and peachy type of look for my makeup, and I really like using the gold eyeshadow mixed with some like tans and nudes on my eyes, and then a peach blush. And to me, it just looks really natural. And I really just love how it looks, and it's perfect for summer and the heat and just like the colors of summertime. It matches a lot of things. So my blush that I use is the e.l.f. blush, and it's in Candid Coral, and I'm absolutely in love with this color. Coral blush has always been a favorite of mine because it just seems so natural and it matches my skin tone very well. So then I put that on my blush brush, and this is just like a Mary Kay blush brush. It's for cheeks, but I like how it's like kind of diagonaled up. It just fits really well on your face. Then I just go and I dab that in right on my cheekbone. And it's there. I'll get some more for the other side. Dab it up again. And I just kind of try to make sure that it looks even on every side, because, you know, sometimes you end up with a darker blush cheek than the other one. Okay. So that is all done for the blush. And then next would be mascara. And I actually already put my mascara on, but then my card got full, and so I didn't get to film that part. So the mascara I use is the Revlon Volume Plus Length Magnified. It's the one with the blue lid. I love this mascara so much. It makes my lashes look longer and fuller, and it's definitely my favorite mascara. But the color I use is the black brown. I'm just not a big fan of using all black because it just tends to be like too much and make my eyes pop too much. So I really love the brush on this too. It always just gets all the little lashes. So since I didn't get to show you putting my mascara on, which is probably a good thing, because that takes me the longest part of my entire routine, because I tend to be very much a perfectionist about it. So basically for all of my makeup, this is everything. And then it's time for a lipstick if I'm using a lipstick. Sometimes at the beginning of the day I'll just throw on a chapstick. But typically with this color palette, I might wear a very light natural pink. Sometimes I throw on a red with this, but most of the time I use a reddish orange coral type color. So I am completely obsessed with Rimmel London Lasting Finish Kate lipsticks. The tubes of lipsticks are adorable, and I love all of their colors, and for the price that they are, because they're a drugstore lipstick, they last so well. So I absolutely love them. I probably have like 7 different colors from Rimmel London. So this is number 12 in the Lasting Finish by Kate, and it's really awesome because it's like a reddish orange. So it's like they took a classic red and a classic coral orange and mixed them together, and it's like the best of both worlds. So I absolutely love it. I've been wearing this so much this summer. So I'm going to put this on. so that is that. Now you can kind of see the color. It just matches so well with the gold eyeshadow and the peach blush. And this very, like, even though they're kind of noticeable colors, to me it's a very natural looking palette. And actually I've been wearing this a lot because it's the exact same makeup look and color palette that a character had in a 1960s themed movie that I watched. I talked about it recently on the blog on, like, you know, one of my faves posts, but it was the football movie called My All American, and so the main girl, I love everything she wears in her hair and her makeup, but basically her makeup look was gold eyes, coral cheeks, and a very coralish red lipstick, and I fell in love with it and I tried to replicate it and it actually turned out pretty well. So this is the color palette look that I did today. Basically my everyday makeup routine is this exact same thing, except I might switch the colors of my blush to a pink, and if I do that I'm probably going to go with a natural smoky eye, or I'm going to go with like a natural pink eyeshadow. That was my makeup tutorial for today. I hope you all enjoy it. I enjoy doing this, so hopefully I can get some more tutorials out for you all. I'm actually going to be filming a hair tutorial right after this one, so keep an eye out for that. It will actually probably be posted before this makeup tutorial, but I'm really excited to finally be able to show you all how I curl my hair. So anyways, that's it for today. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully some new videos will be coming up soon and I'll be able to put that into my schedule. So yeah, I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today. See you later.